You need to see your win before it can actually happen. Coach Cam fam, today we are back to break down this amazing clip by Olympic gold medalist Brady Lemon and his process of how he got through his gold medal race of Olympic ski cross. I am a mental strength coach and have a master's degree in sports psychology and kinesiology to help athletes in all the different sports, including my personal sport of karate, achieve the best things that they possibly can and get the most out of themselves in every single performance. Now, Brady does an amazing job taking us through a fantastic race of his to then work through some of the challenges he had in the past to then achieve what he's been striving for his whole life. Now, before we break this clip down, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We are here to make athletes better in all the different realms, and this is the first step to doing so. So the part that sets Brady above everybody else in this race to secure an Olympic gold medal is the fact that he's grounded and composed in all three parts of the race. Before, with his deep breathing and everything to stay composed. In the race, he stays focused on his skills to keep him ready and able to find the opportunities to win. And finally, he celebrates his win after it's secured. Now let's break down these three different parts in the clips themselves, and I'll break down exactly what's gonna help you be successful in your sports. Let's go. Now, the most important thing about this whole clip is that he wins the race before the race starts itself. At the prior Olympic Games, he was struggling through failing at the Olympic final or the final race, and that brought up a lot of hesitation. But in those moments, there's two things that stand out. The first one being the fact that he had his go-to phrases to remind himself of who he is as a person and an athlete. And then on top of that, you need to have an essence of what your job is on that day. Whenever you're performing, athletes get lost in, oh, I want to win this thing. But he actually has his focal point in how he's going to start the race, the way he's going to get out the gates and begin the race itself. And when you put all your attention on what you're supposed to perform, then naturally your stress goes down and you'll go through all those steps that you've practiced day in and day out in your actual practice. Now check out this next clip of what's going on during the race itself. Now with that, what are you supposed to do right after the race or the match starts? A lot of people know the course, the opposition, or the people that they're going up against. And so having a specific point to line up or link to right after that initial part happens will keep your energy working in a certain direction. Now, if you ever get lost in that all, having a certain thing that you use to ground yourself, whether it's a skill thing, sink your hips, bend your knees, put your eyes where they need to be, or an actual mental thing of how you want to keep yourself grounded, whether it's a deep breath, a personal phrase, or a motivational quote, that'll all help you keep going. Now, the biggest key that he has to take him up to another level is he's prepared for all situations. He's not afraid of all the things that could happen. You see athletes in this actual race lose their footing and fall and basically put themselves out of it. Now, that could happen to anybody, including Brady himself. Now, something I want you guys to do is visualize what you would do in those certain circumstances. What happens and how are you going to approach if you land from the jump and your skis are not perfectly aligned? Or in the case of my sport in karate, what happens when you get kicked in the head? You're down 3 points, or you're in a tight match then, or certain situations where you're actually doing really well. How are you going to respond to all of those things to make sure that you have the best emotional state to continue playing the sport? Now, to finish the whole thing, you've done everything to start the race and to keep the race going, or the match or the game itself, and you've planned quarter by quarter, moment by moment, how you're going to respond. Now, the biggest thing that you want is celebration is a part of it. You're supposed to feel good when you have success happen. Check out this final clip where he has everything come together. Now, here's why this is underrated. A lot of athletes think only about the medals or the accolades and feeling that sense of pride. And what ends up happening is when we don't take the necessary steps and think about the beginning of the race or the middle of the race, or even in your own practices, how you're going to perform the certain things or what it feels like to perform those things correctly, we get lost in what could happen. I want myself to win. I want to achieve the medal. I need to get that goal. But when there's nothing else to happen in between, or we don't have any satisfaction of what's happening along the way, you're always going to feel empty and you're always going to feel like you're failing because you're never achieving that goal. A lot of athletes have the intention of winning a world championship, but you can't win that world championship every single day. That world championship happens on the day of competition. But the necessary steps to improve yourself, to build over the course of time to get to that point, happen every single day. Now, the biggest takeaway from this part is to visualize and feel yourself in that success moment when everything you've done has come to fruition. You have the gold, you have the medal, you've done everything you need to do to achieve it. Feel what that feels like, because that'll motivate you to keep pushing every single day. Having that feeling to work for is extremely important, but working on it every single day is what's going to ensure that you can achieve it. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to happen tomorrow or in the next competition you have, but this will ensure the necessary steps that you're improving. And even if a tournament or competition does not go well, Brady did an amazing job learning from the previous Olympics. He knows exactly how to handle himself better, how to handle his skis better, how to make sure that he's hitting all of his turns, jumps, and everything he needs to make sure when that opportunity comes up again, he hits it and gets the gold medal. You can see it here. And now it's your turn. Comment down below what sport you play so that I can make a video specifically about that and the mental skills that go into what makes those athletes successful. Till next time, everybody, like, share, and comment. Make sure to subscribe. We're making athletes better every single day. Let's get it.